On the India-Pakistan debate on the News Hour this evening, India's Information and Broadcasting Minister, senior Congress leader and Member of Parliament Manish Tiwari is taking on Zafar Hilaili, former Pakistan ambassador to the United States of America. Mr. Hilaili, would you now concede, the way things have gone, that this is all about the brinkmanship that Pakistan has been playing? The number of times Pakistan chose to ignore India's genuine concerns, whether it's Hafiz Saeed, 2611, Jamail Singh and Sarabjit, that this endless cycle of deliberately trying to underplay India's concerns is the reason why things have come to such a pass. Mr. Hilaili.
Absolutely not. But let me begin by expressing my condolences that somebody who was in prison and to whom we had the responsibility of safeguarding was killed in this heinous manner, and that let me also say that we are holding a judicial inquiries and the murderers have been identified and they will be tried. Having said that, I expect also to hear from the Indian Information Minister similar condolences over the beating up into a coma today of Sanaullah, a Pakistani prisoner in Kot Bhalwal jail on the outskirts of Indian Kashmir. He has been in jail for the last 17 years. He was beaten up senseless today. And this is after we got an assurance from the Indian minister responsible that India being a civilized country looks after prisoners, including Pakistani prisoners. So I would like to know what his reaction is to that. Having said that,
I would like to first, let's on that incident itself, since you made that point, let me say to you fair and square, Mr. Hilaili, there is no doubt that the attack that has happened in Jammu is despicable. But I'd like the minister to respond to you. But after this, I'd like to go back to the moot issues which I raised in my first question. Mr. Tiwari.
Well, Mr. Hilaili, to answer your question directly and squarely, what happened in Jammu is indeed reprehensible. And as a civilized society, we do not tolerate any such outrage taking place. And be rest assured that whosoever is responsible would be brought to justice. But having said that, let me broaden the issue a little bit. As we speak today, there is outrage across India over the manner in which Sarabjit Singh was done to death in the custody of the Pakistani establishment. But it is not about Sarabjit alone. Since 1971, we have been raising the issue of the 54 Indian prisoners of war who are apparently languishing in Pakistani jails. Recently, there was an expose which said that one of those prisoners has apparently been transferred to another country. Then there was this question of Jamail Singh and then Sarabjit Singh. So therefore, you see, if you look at the pattern of behavior, as Mr. Goswami was pointing out correctly, you know, whether it is 2611, whether it is Hafiz Saeed, whether it's our concerns over POWs which are allegedly languishing in your jails, none of our concerns has ever been addressed. You know, so it's all right for you to possibly score a debating point because of an unfortunate incident which has happened today. But let me be very fair and square, and I say this not as the Minister for Information and Broadcasting, but as an Indian citizen, that there is a widely held perception in India. I do not know whether it is right or wrong, but there's a widely held perception that the Pakistani establishment was unfortunately complicit in what happened to Sarabjit Singh.
Well, that's a strong statement coming from you, and that's that statement coming from the government. That may I ask you, Mr. Tiwari, do you also believe in that perception? And then I'll get Mr. Hilaili to respond. Do you believe in that perception?
Well, I don't think, Arnab, it would be fair for me because I do wear a hat as a Minister of the Union and I am a lawyer by profession and training to make a judgment one way or the other at this point in time. But I thought it was my responsibility and my duty as an Indian citizen to point it out to Mr. Hilaili, since he's a very distinguished Pakistani diplomat, about the perception which is widely held in India.
Well, that really is the issue. Mr. Hilali, if you would want me to, then I could elaborate for you the number of times on this channel, on this program, that I have debated with you on why your country ignores India's genuine concerns. Hafiz Saeed, the 26/11 trial, holding the Pakistani army accountable for the beheading of Indian soldiers, allowing Sarabjit's return, torture on Captain Saurabh Kalia, the torture and death of Chamal Singh. All of these incidents on numerous occasions, you have not, you as in personally to some extent, you Mr. Hilali, you've taken a very partisan position. Would you, Mr. Hilali, today, having seen what has happened, correct your own position on these matters and perhaps take a broader perspective as the minister is encouraging you to?
Well, first of all, let me point out that the minister very rightly said that as a person who's wearing a hat, he cannot draw conclusions without evidence. Whatever he may think is his view, but what he says as a minister has an impact and will be taken seriously here. Let me say only this, that I have heard so often that Sarabjit Singh was done to death as a deliberate act of the Pakistani establishment. Now please understand, he has been in prison for 23 years. In 1990, he was tried, convicted and sentenced to death. Why is it that for 23 years, if all we needed, if all the establishment, by the way, the Pakistan establishment, by which if you mean the army, was in power for a good 10-15 years of those of that time, why would it pick this particular moment? Now the answer is because it gives political dividends. Well, the establishment, quite frankly, this election is not taking a part in this election.
So that's not the issue.
So the only political dividends
that's not the issue. The issue is this. The issue is this, Mr. Hilali. Just 1 minute. The minister wants to come in as well. But I would like to point out to you, the issue is this, that in this case there were warnings. There were warnings by Lekhuram Megwal, an inmate released in March from the same jail, who said that after Afzal Guru was hanged, Sarabjit was attacked. Right or wrong, Mr. Hilali? He also says that after Kasab was sent to the gallows, he was threatened. His sister writes a letter. You knew what happened to Chamal Singh, sir. Sir, there was a backdrop. Sir, you are consistently avoiding the question I'm raising today, which is of your continued indifference. The question is that of your continued indifference.
I am not. Well, you can keep on hurling accusations at me, but we won't make for a sensible debate. So if you hold your horses and listen, if this man was threatened, I'm not surprised he would be threatened. For example, I'm not surprised any Pakistani in an Indian jail would be threatened, because there are people around him who have a dislike for Pakistan. But the fact of the matter is that why this man was not protected is the subject of an inquiry. And let that inquiry be held, and let the people who have done this be punished. Now, if you think that this is all a plan, I was trying to point out to you that we do not wait nobody waits 23 years to kill a man just because
Mr. Hilali, you are for the fourth or fifth time you are dodging the question. No, you are dodging the question that I raised, which the minister also asked you. I want to go back to Manish Tiwari, and then I want to ask you, Mr. Hilali, why on Indian television tonight, a person otherwise so straight talking as you are dodging the issue that we are raising? Mr. Manish Tiwari wanted to intervene. Yes, Mr. Tiwari.
Mr. Hilali, that is exactly what perplexes us. Why now? And I think Mr. Goswami possibly elaborated on the backdrop, which forms the bedrock of apprehension in the minds of people in India, that here a judicial process, culminated or came to a logical conclusion. And unfortunately, there's a widely held perception, I'm not making a judgment one way or the other, that what happened to Chamal Singh and what happened to Sarabjit Singh was really a tit for tat. And that is why, this entire theory about the complicity of the Pakistani establishment, is something which is a widely held perception, as I'd earlier pointed out. And coming to the point that you raised about that you're not surprised that an Indian in a Pakistani jail was attacked, may I respectfully point out or point to the case of Mr. Chishti. There was an elderly gentleman who unfortunately, was implicated in a murder case. He spent time in an Indian jail, but he was not attacked in an Indian jail, and ultimately, the Indian establishment or the Indian government, allowed him to go back to Pakistan. So therefore, I don't think that those are fair parallels to draw.
And principally, Mr. Hilali, go ahead.
I suppose, Mr. Tiwari, we should be grateful for small mercies. You kept an innocent man for about 30 years in jail and then let him go without any charges. I mean, quite honestly, when you say attacked, what do you mean by attacked? I did not mean necessarily people come with bricks and iron bars to attack Indians in Pakistani jails. I just said they may become the subject of hostile remarks, of hostile actions, which is understandable. Now, what I would like to know is, now, as you want me to talk Turkey to you, what I would really want to know is, here is a man who, according to you, wandered across the border inebriated. Then what about the 14 people, the 14 Pakistanis who died as a result of his actions? Have you bothered about their relatives? Have you bothered about their feelings? Have you bothered about the fact that they are hollering for compensation? Have you offered any compensation? So, I mean, where do you want these matters to lead to? What about Sanaullah? What about his family? What about the people here?
Mr. Hilali, let us not forget.
Why are you always calling the petal black?
Mr. Hilali, you're getting a counter from the minister, but I'd like to... Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Halili, I can reverse the charge with interest. What about Hafiz Saeed? What about the outrage which took place in Mumbai? What about the 166 people who got killed? What about their relatives? What about the public perception in India? And, to top it all, you were not even ready to acknowledge as a country that Ajmal Kasab was a Pakistani citizen. What about all those people who were responsible for the conspiracy and still have not been brought to justice in Pakistan? So therefore, if you decide to hurl a charge at me, I can return it. I can reverse the charge and return it with interest, but that is not going to get us anywhere. Yeah. All that I'm trying to point out is what happened to Mr. Sarabjit Singh. What happened to Mr. Sarabjit Singh, despite the fact that there were prior warnings,
precisely,
is something which has outraged public sentiment in India. And I think, the Pakistani establishment can do better than shedding crocodile tears. And please start by addressing the question of those 54 prisoners of war who've been languishing in your jail since 1971, who've been writing letters back home. Every Indian prisoner who's been released from your jail has reported talking to them, citing them. I mean, why are you keeping innocent people in your jails? That is against the canons of the Geneva Convention. You are a diplomat. You know that one of the first rules of engagement which emerged, post the Treaty of Westphalia, and it took 300 years to do that, were the rules of engagement with regard to treatment of prisoners. And this is how you've been treating prisoners of war.
And the fact is, Mr. Hilali, let us not forget, Mr. Hilali.
I got my honors in history, but forget about that. What I want to ask you is, now there are 3 points you raised. You raised the point about Pakistan not acknowledging Kasab. Pakistan acknowledged Kasab as soon as Pakistan was given irrefutable evidence that this man was a Pakistani.
That is so completely erroneous.
Please,
I find it laughable. Your government took Qasam's family. Your government hit Qasam's family. It was reported on Geo News and not by your government. You hit Qasam. You hit the reality on Qasam. No, since you want to talk 2611, Mr. Since you want to talk 2611,
who in Pakistan has said he is sorry that
Mr. Hilali,
was executed?
since you want to talk 2611, you want to discuss 2611.
The matter is, we are sorry that Afzal Guru was assassinated in prison.
Mr. Halili, first of all, you orchestrate a conspiracy, then you perpetrate that conspiracy, then you kill 166 people, and then you want irrefutable evidence to acknowledge it.